You know, these are some Forsythia bushes that I'm trying to rehabilitate. That's probably going to take several years to do. I'm not very good at this, but I love Forsythia bushes, and I had them when I was growing up, and they're just such a beautiful bush, yellow, and they come around Easter time, and the blooms are really nice. Last year I cut back a ton of these bushes. I started cutting them probably at the wrong time, in late May, early June. But about 15 years ago, when my wife and I moved in here, we started planting. I think we planted 2 or 3, and then every year we would acquire more. And then as kids came along, we stopped planting them. And as everything's happened, stopped taking care of them as well. So last year, I noticed this was like really bad. I mean, I noticed it for a few years, but last year it was really bad. I mean, they were rubbing against one another. So what I did is I tried to, in this part of my Forsythia row, cut back about a third of the plant, and I left some of them still standing just to like see what would happen. And I think this year I'm going to cut some of these basically all the way down, so that these big ones that are mostly woody and just choking out the other plants, they'll be gone. And then what will happen, hopefully, is something like this. You know, they'll grow a little bit more, a little full, a little more full. I also transplanted some Forsythia last year, so they'll be a little more dense, which will require more maintenance in the future. Again, I do not know much about this. I watched some YouTube videos last year after after doing some of it, so I'm really not that knowledgeable. I think at some point my wife and I are just going to cut them all the way to the ground in certain areas and just let nature take its course and have them regrow. But they are really beautiful bush. They remind me, or shrub, whatever you call it, they remind me of my favorite time of the year, which is springtime, when here in east central New York along the Hudson River, the cold weather goes away. Well, sticks with you for a little while, but you have a promise of 6-7 months of decent, tolerable weather ahead of you. Anyways, hope they work out.